Caretakers over at an Alaskan wildlife rehab center currently have in my opinion, and I think in the opinion of many others, the best job in the world. Because they are tasked with cuddling an orphaned walrus pup around the clock. I'm not kidding, someone literally gets paid to cuddle a walrus pup around the clock and feed it as well. So here's what happened. So about 4 miles inland, a worker on an ConocoPhillips oil field saw a 150-pound walrus calf near a road. So this is actually very rare for a walrus to be that far away from the ocean. So clearly the walrus was in trouble. The baby Pacific walrus was alone and there were no adult walruses nearby. And that is a problem because the walrus pups in the wild rely on near constant maternal care in their first 2 years of life. And the walrus pup also wasn't in good condition, was definitely in starvation mode. After consulting several wildlife agencies, ConocoPhillips airlifted the dehydrated walrus about 700 miles for treatment to the Alaska Sea Life Center's Wildlife Response Program in Seward, said Carrie Gortz, a veterinarian who is director of animal health at the center. And so she could tell that the pup wasn't doing so well. He'd apparently been out there for a while because he was in starvation mode. So she and her staff had to put together a plan to care for this walrus, which included antibiotics for a possible infection, treating him for dehydration, and bottle feeding him 1 liter of formula, Jesus, every 3 hours. I mean, it is a 150-pound walrus pup, so it makes sense, right? Now, there is another critical part of the care that this walrus pup needs, and this is where the best job in the world comes in. Let's watch.
Walruses are very social, and so providing him a companion that he can cuddle with, he has that option. We are doing what we can to replace his mother, and it is hard not to get attached very quickly. He is very cute. There's a reciprocal show of affection, shall we say. I mean, he definitely comes over to you and seeks you out. We're letting him cuddle us. Today, he's doing better than yesterday, which was better than Sunday. Each day gets a little better.
And so they're taking shifts. It isn't just one person, they are taking shifts to offer cuddles around the clock. And he spends about 75% of his time sleeping. So he's also got the best job in the world.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so first of all, I'm a championship cuddler. So this job was made for me. I'd be so good at this. I take a nap right there with him. I'd be gone 75% of the day too.
Sounds so good.
Okay. And they do it in shifts. I mean, it sounds funny, like leads, but they got him working around the clock on this guy. I am gonna make a serious point in a second, but I once asked one of my best friends
to cuddle?
No, that's Steven Crowder. So what animal would you be if you could be any animal at all? And he's like, oh, easy, no brainer, lion. And I was like, oh, because you want to be king of the jungle? He's like, no, they sleep 20 hours a day.
Yeah, they do.
And the female lions hunt for the male lion. So the male lion just sits around, wakes up, eats lunch, okay, by the way, usually has sex, and then goes back to sleep for 20 hours, okay?
King of the jungle.
Well, I'm not saying anything, I'm just saying, okay? Anyway, so this guy's got it pretty good, but he got in that situation because they think that maybe he didn't have it pretty good before because he probably lost his mom, and that's why he was 4 miles in. And how did he lose his mom? There's a bunch of possibilities. One is polar bears who also think that cuddling with walruses is fun right before they eat them. Orcas, killer whales also target walruses. But you know what's interesting, and part of the reason I bring that up is that like we see this baby walrus and we all get attached and we all want to make money cuddling with it. Okay, like we think like what a great job that would be, right? But meanwhile, there's death and destruction everywhere. I mean, first in the natural kingdom, of course, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But there is something deeply wrong with the fact that climate change kills tons of animals, millions and millions of animals, but we don't see it.
Yep.
Since we don't see it, we're like, oh, that's okay. Biden doesn't have to declare a climate emergency. Everything's fine. The Republicans never do anything about it. But you show us one cute walrus. We're like, oh, come on, let's save it. Let's go through all this effort to save the walrus and all this stuff. If we did that much effort to save the planet, we might be in a lot better shape. So I like productive solutions here.
Okay.
You know, we don't just do critique. We have constructive solutions. So I think in order to get Biden or any Republican, if they win office, to take action on climate, just find like a walrus or some other cute animal and say, this one is going to die if you don't do something about climate change.
No, but first they have to work a few shifts cuddling the walrus so they grow attached, right?
Yeah,
because
that's
it's
right.
one thing to see a cute animal, right? It's another thing to feel some level of attachment to it, and I think cuddling could lead to that attachment. So
yeah, I think you could work with Biden. So I had a theory with Biden that he is actually an empathetic guy. It's just the problem is he spends 90% of his time in rooms with elites, donors, incredibly wealthy people.
a
People
dog
who run,
that bites, like
yeah, except for the dog, right? And so he has empathy towards the rich and the powerful, right?
Yeah.
And so if you put him in a room with a baby walrus, he might be like, wait, why aren't we saving the planet? Okay, I mean, before I was cuddling with my donors, and they were saying, whoa, they sleep 75% of the time, too. So do I. I'm Sleepy Joe. But I love cuddling with my donors. Oh, walrus, maybe him. Anyway, I got big plans for this little guy. So keep going, big guy. We got you.
And unfortunately, look, since the walrus was separated from his mother, he's probably going to have to now be in captivity for the rest of his life because the mother walrus basically teaches him how to fend for himself, right? Raises the pups so they're able to be independent in the wild. Without that, this pup will not be independent in the wild and will likely die if they release him in the wild. So he's gonna be in captivity, probably in a zoo or a facility of some sort. But he is getting stronger and healthier, and that's good news.
So look, at least we saved one life, and I'm here for it. And yes, they got to put him in a zoo, in some sort of captivity. Otherwise, he's going to be snackables for orcas soon. Oh, Cenk, don't say that. Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.